marketing is a necessity, and businesses out there that are surviving this pandemic, number one, you have a good product. Number two, you focus on your brand, your message, what you're all about. You have great customer service. Number four is focus on word of mouth before you spend $1. Hi, I'm John Timmerman, and if I were a fruit, I'd be a prickly pear.
Hi, I'm Rob Shauger, and pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon?
And I'm Cutri, and some people think I'm Hawaiian.
And we are the co-founders of the No Bull Company. What's up, Buzz Nation? Welcome to I'm a Little Buzz, coming to you from inside Syracuse Studios. Syracuse is Syracuse's newest co-working space, combining creativity, community, and comfort. Check them out at syracuse.com. This is the show where we bring a ridiculous amount of life to business, all while sharing beverages like Death Wish coffee that get us buzzed. Today's show, we're talking about your business needs marketing. Marketing strategies for small businesses. For those of you that don't know, I own a marketing agency. And over the next few episodes, the three of us are going to take what we know best and ask each other questions about that in hopes of teaching you all out there how to grow your small business. But first, now is the time for the sippy sip. But first, it's time to cheers to life, love, lots of laughter, and sexually slapping any large bag of rice, concrete, or soil.
You know, you guys, am I the only one on that?
Yep, I think so.
Don't tell me, when you pass a bag of concrete in the store, do you not go, tch?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Or a bag of rice in the store where you're like, and you tap it nice?
I was a little, so for those of you out there that don't know, Al writes these cheers, and I have no idea what they are before I read them. So that one threw me for a minute. I'm like, what happened just now? But I do know what you mean. I don't know about concrete.
Yeah.
But like, I was in Home Depot several months ago, and I walked by the bag of sand, play sand, and I actually did.
And there you have it.
Slapped it.
You slapped it.
I did. 100%
Everybody does it. If I'm not even limited to a man. Anybody that walks by a hand-level stack of anything bagged.
I don't know about the rice. I've never done it with rice.
You don't buy big enough bags of rice.
No, I do.
Oh, well,
we buy the giant jasmine rice. That
ask
you find
Lindsay. I bet you've slapped it a few times.
She's sexually slapped that bag of rice.
The rice.
Can't wait to eat this rice.
That's why it tastes so good, actually.
And there you have it. You got to give it a little.
It's like you have to tenderize the meat. You have to tenderize the rice first.
Just a little slap on the.
Anyways,
I'll edit this all out.
That went hard left turn, but let's get into the sippy sip, shall we?
Yeah, sippy sip. Everybody knows what it is. I'm going to get right to it. You schmucks ready?
Let's go.
Ready.
Paris.
France.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Telemarketers.
Dog
Sucky
shit.
job.
Sharding.
Messy.
Diapers. Depends on diapers.
Explosion.
Losing your virginity.
Great.
Great times.
Very nice.
Did you guys see that movie yet? The new one?
I did.
That's pretty good.
Going to the bathroom in front of your partner.
Normal.
Stinky for her.
Absolutely normal now.
From under cheese.
From under my pants.
Green.
Oh, Chuck E. Cheese.
Bounce house.
Dirty balls.
Bro.
Oh.
Bro.
I know what you were saying now, but
Grown-ups that pretend to be dogs.
Weird.
What?
Look it up.
Okay.
Question mark?
Really? You've never seen this?
Grown-ups that pretend to be dogs.
Oh my God, John! Wait for the black hole that you're about to go down.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And don't ask me why I've looked that up. But anyway, cow tipping. Dude, are you on drugs?
If so, you should do this every show. Make sure you are on drugs every show. Hard.
Cow tipping.
I don't know.
Hard
and messy.
You didn't go to Kovalskill.
You never kept a cow.
I never kept a cow at all.
It's not hard or messy.
Oh.
Charo.
Huh?
Charo. Delicious?
Okay, you can't eat charo. It's a person.
Is it a churro?
Oh, churro.
Oh, charo.
No, charo. Feliz Navidad.
Oh.
Charo.
I was thinking of the lady
Do you
with
guys
all the
not-
fruit on her head. What
Is
was
this
her
another
name?
black
That's the
hole?
Chiquita Banana lady.
No, there was another lady.
Who's
With a
Charo?
Brazilian accent, big
Ch-
boobs and fat lips.
Uh,
She used to be on the Love Boat. Don't you remember her?
Charo.
Is that her?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
That's-
Another thing we'll have to look up.
Maybe I'll just use a sippy sip from another show. I'll just
No.
No, this is good. This
Copy
is good.
paste.
No.
Boop.
This is good.
Charo. Delicious.
Is that number 10?
By the way, churros are delicious.
Churros are
I
delicious.
thought it was chocolate cinnamony something or other. I
No,
don't know.
poor Charo. We just
Yeah.
erased her entire existence.
We love you, Charo.
Just look up. Okay, things to look up.
Charo.
Humans
Pretending to be dogs.
Adults that pretend to be dogs, and Charo.
Okay. Homework.
And chart.
Homework and sharding.
And sharding. I definitely know what sharding is.
Sadly, me too.
Yeah.
Is
This
that it?
episode sponsored by Depends. That was a sippy sip.
Good
everybody.
job, Al.
Yeah.
That was a train
Honestly,
wreck
the,
of a
the
sippy
number
sip.
of times that I've had accents as an adult is astonishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting good at them. Wait, accidents. I thought you said accents.
Accents?
Dude, I'm in performing mode right now. Like, whatever you say, I'm going to feed off it.
Accidents.
I thought you said accents.
No,
I'm like,
'cause
yeah,
you
man,
said
you're getting good at them.
Yeah, no, you said. Oh God, sharding. And I said
Accidents.
the number of times I've had
Hey.
adult accidents is staggering.
Oh, boy.
That was her. Charo.
Yeah,
The
okay.
chick from the Love Boat.
Well, good for us. Moving on.
Yeah.
Here we go. Moving on. So today's show is about your business needs marketing. So, of course, I'm biased. But at the same time, marketing is a necessity. And businesses out there that are surviving this pandemic are all too aware that you need to market yourself to get people to do anything these days. You know, we're all sitting at our houses or in our office or going from house to office, whatever it might be. You know, but marketing is important. Small businesses, big businesses. So here are some marketing strategies, or we're going to talk about some marketing strategies for small businesses. So these series of shows that we're going to do, as I said, are surrounding what the three of us are good at individually. And the other two people are going to be asking questions surrounding that topic. But we've also prepared tips to kind of kick us off. So I'd like to run through my tips. By the way, there's a downloadable PDF attached to this show. You can check the show notes out if you'd like to download this, distribute this throughout your team, your company, or your colleagues. But there's several tips that I have that are really basic but very important. So if you're a small business, you know, a one-person business, a 10-person business, a 100-person business, in virtually any sort of category, here are the tips that you can use to grow any sort of marketing campaign using really nothing but your phone and maybe a computer. First is have a good product, right? So, and chime in, guys, if you have any thoughts or ideas or examples here. But having a good product means you don't have to spend money on marketing. And it's funny, it's like a catch-22 for me, because obviously, you know, companies pay Good Mustard to do marketing. But the worse the product is, the harder our job is, and the more money we have to charge to do more marketing. Right? So it's like, it's always sort of this, how good is this product? And then let's build our strategies around that. And the same for people out there. Like, if you're selling what was our example on the last live show? Tuck
Tuck it in.
Tuck it in.
Go tuck yourself.
Go tuck yourself.
Yeah.
If you're selling a pair of those, like, you need to spend a lot of time and money on marketing. Just saying.
Yeah. Have you ever? This is real quick side. Have you ever turned a company, not turned a company down, but have you ever said like, you know, boy, maybe you should rethink the quality control on this puppy?
Here's how that conversation goes. We've never taken on a client that's had a terrible product, but I've talked to plenty of prospects.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, but there's been a few that have been.
Can you just throw one under the bus?
No.
I'm not going to do
Can
it.
you give us a product description?
No, I'm not even going to go there.
Listen, Jerry. This is a real tough turd to polish. All right. This one's gonna be tough.
I will. No, I'll give you one example.
Don't use names.
The guy
product.
put in a lot of money into developing basically a jacket that was already out there, like nothing very different about it.
Yeah.
But he made up things in his head of why they were different. This is very common, by the way. This is very common with somebody who's got an idea.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to invent the next shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. It's 5%
Genius.
more waterproof than anything else out there. 5% more waterproof.
Wow.
Whoa. Like,
Where
so
do I buy it?
if I get some of this coming in, I will try to talk them out of it. Like, I will be like, well, like, but here's how the market's going to see that. What do you think about that? And they're like, no, like, that's okay. But if you were to spend $20,000 to do this and you only get $5,000 in return, is that going to be okay? Like, I will go around until they're like,
realize
okay, well, let's revisit this in 6 months when when X, Y,
when
and
the
Z.
jacket's 10% more waterproof.
And
Yeah.
are they usually pretty receptive to that? I mean, like, you could just
I'm
just
giving
take them for a
actual
freaking
value.
walk.
Yeah, that's never a good idea. I know of some colleagues.
Wait, what did you just say, Rob?
Like, you could have just taken them for their freaking money. Take them for a walk. Like,
Bad
you
business.
were honest
Yeah,
with
but
them.
that's
you
Bad
know?
business. I know of some agencies that have done that,
Yeah.
and
It's just a shitty thing to do.
It's the return's impossible though, and
Yeah.
then they're going to blame you for it
Right.
sucking.
it's a bad experience, and then they blame. They're like, "Yeah, I had a bad experience with this agency.
They didn't
because,
do anything for me.
Yeah, it didn't work." Well,
Your product's dog shit.
yeah. So I just tell them in a nice way it won't work. It's not ready. And
Yeah.
then, quite often, if they still aren't hearing it, I will just slap like 3 times the
Slap
cost.
them?
Oh, I will just slap them in the face, and then if after that, then I kick them in the nuts,
I just keep going.
and I
Yeah.
keep going until they're
Yeah.
finally say, "Okay,
All right, man.
I'll revisit this."
I'll come back in 6 months.
All right, what's number 2?
Second most important is brand is number 1. Brand is the most important thing in any marketing, whether you're marketing yourself, whether you're marketing your company. Your brand is what people think, feel, what direction they see, your company going in. Like, that's your brand. Like, everything people, like, it's the emotional part of what people feel and see and hear about you or your brand. So LinkedIn videos are a branding play. People want to know what you're all about. Your colors, your, unboxing experience,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's all the brand aspect of your business. And it's not always measurable because here's an example. Actually, Rob, we were talking about this before the show. If somebody puts out a LinkedIn video and it says it has 1,000 views on it, okay, that's a number that you can measure. You can say, okay, 1,000 people viewed this.
Yeah.
You can look at the comments and you can see how many comments somebody put. You can say they put 10 comments. You can see likes. Somebody liked this 100 times. Those are all numbers you can measure. But you can't exactly measure what people feel when they watch your video. So is it better to get 1,000 views of somebody, 1,000 views on your video, or is it better to get 200 views and have 3 people contact you saying, "Wow, that was an amazing video"?
Right.
But you won't know that until somebody actually contacts you. Most of the time they won't. Like, I've gotten people who I've seen in person, which is not happening very frequently right now, and they've said, "Man, I've been watching your LinkedIn videos." One of my best friends, actually, who was in my wedding, haven't talked to him in a long time. I talked to him a few weeks ago because he's my financial advisor. And he's like, "Dude, I've been seeing your videos. You've been crushing it. They're awesome. I've actually told a few people about them." I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's brand. That's brand.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's not really a question, but it's a
Observation?
it's a thought, because I'm thinking about a lot of these, like, different places you travel, you go to these shops, right? And the whole experience it's the brand experience. So, like, call it a cupcake shop, right? Johnny's Cupcakes, whatever. Cupcakes, right? It's the first thing I go to. But brand can actually cover up you not having the best product.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a fine line there. If you're like we said in number 1, if your product is actual dog shit,
Yeah.
that's different. But if it's like good but not like the best, right?
Yeah.
Like if some other place has actual better product than you, if your brand is better, you win.
You can actually trick people into thinking it's better, even though it might be exactly the same.
Yeah.
This Yeti
Yes.
is probably the exact same. I don't know. Maybe they have a patent on this exact one. But
Yeah.
there's other non-Yetis out there that do just as good at keeping things hot. But Yeti, like, I will never buy another one other than a
they
Yeti.
branded themselves as the
Yeah.
Well,
thing, right?
Right, but let's face it. There's plenty of those
Yeah.
that are just as good
and cheaper.
and much
And cheaper. But I will pay more.
And I'm not all day.
Because I believe the Yeti is higher quality, even
Right.
though it's probably not.
Oh, we just blew the Yeti sponsorship.
No, well. Whoops.
I will never post this. No, but it's the truth. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's so important. I mean, gosh.
Yeah.
Brand. There's
What's
nothing
your brand,
more
Al?
important. What's my brand?
Yeah.
Hairy meatball.
I was just gonna say like emotional hairy
Meat
lover.
sweats.
We should create a little character, like an animated character. Have
It's
Tiago
just like
create
emotional hairy.
you just come in
Animated
crying
hairy
and you
meatball?
combing your
Not
chest hair,
crying.
and then all of a sudden you get super happy.
Yeah, like tell me how you feel
Your chest
today.
hair goes ping.
Yeah,
It's a
you feel good
meatball.
today, huh?
That has hair like Al's.
Oh, you eat a meatball.
Oh yeah.
And then you get happy.
Now
You get
we're
like
talking.
superpowers.
Now we're talking.
With spicy hot sauce.
Gosh, how do you feel today? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, it's all good.
God, I feel
There's a
strange.
bottle of rye over there calling our name.
Oh, we're drinking already?
I hate it.
It is noon in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
I'm cutting all of that. Customer service.
All right, next is customer service. So customer service is number 3 on my list of important things. You wouldn't attribute this to marketing. A lot of people would just say it's customer service. It's not marketing. But customer service is marketing, because anytime a customer or a non-customer or a prospect or anybody calls you, you're now conveying your brand, your message, you're communicating your business or whatever it is. That is marketing. And if you just think about it, if you call somebody like some massive company, right? Like fucking Verizon, right? And you call their customer service team and they're like, what is your phone number? Like, what is your account number? What's your over the phone password?
Yeah.
Like, how can I help you today? And you're like, well, I need this. And hold on, let me check. Like, just like dry, like, maybe they get to your problem. Now picture calling, I don't know, some local company, right? And they're like, hi, how are you today?
Yeah.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I like when they
How's
use my name.
Yeah. Hi, Al.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Hi.
What's up?
Like little things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Verizon's got 30,000 customer service reps over probably in the Philippines, because that's a big customer service country, and outsource customer service. Even worse, I didn't want to call Verizon out, but like even a bigger company
Fuck
that's
Verizon.
even worse, where they're just like, hi, this is Paul. How can I help you?
Paul, are you okay today?
Yeah. Oh my God, I could talk on. I wanted my next topic to be all about customer service, and let's sort of.
Let's do we'll do a future show
This
all
makes
about
me
customer
effing
service.
crazy. Like, you're a human, I'm a human. Talk to me like one.
Yeah.
And those automated. When they do like the automated. It's like a script, and when people refuse, something's happening with my microphone. Like,
Sounds
the
good to me.
audio does it.
Yeah.
When people refuse to deviate from that script, it makes me like my blood pressure goes through the roof. Oh my God!
Add that to the list.
Do you try to get them off the script
all the
just
time.
to see
All
what they're
the-
gonna do?
all the time, and I will be like, no, stop at the script. Like,
How's the weather
Don't
there
talk-
where you are?
yeah, hey, what are you wearing?
What'd you eat for breakfast?
What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? Are you wearing? Start over the script, but like take off your boots.
Sir, how will you know if I take my boots off?
Take off your belt buckle.
Put the phone up to your boots. Put the phone up to your shoes.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so future episode about customer service.
Oh, fucking
Next,
please.
number 4 is word of mouth first. Get your feedback and your reviews. So before you do anything, so here you are, a small business. You're trying to figure out marketing. Number 1, you have a good product. Number 2, you focus on your brand, your message, what you're all about. You have great customer service. Number 4 is focus on word of mouth before you spend $1 on any sort of advertising, a billboard, a Facebook ad, a TikTok ad, anything, right? Before you spend any money, use your current network, any human beings that you know, to try to spread your brand, your business. If you're selling Yetis, tell all your friends, like, hey, tell everyone you know that I'm giving 20% off of my custom Yetis. Everyone you know, I need to get this off the ground. It would be a huge help. Just text some people, your friends, your family member, and I'll give them that off if they leave me a good review on wherever, Google, Amazon, Facebook. That's so important. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that people look at reviews before they make any decision. It's social proof. So what is going to make somebody buy your thing versus somebody else? If they don't know you, well, they're going to read a review, a case study, or a testimonial. So word of mouth is so important. Number 5, I would do, this is non-COVID times, but I would go experiential. Mm-hmm. So once you get your current like word of mouth started, go to places. Rob, what is your saying about spending money and time?
Oh, yeah. So my objective is always, how do I get in front of the largest amount of people, least amount of money, shortest period of time? Yeah.
That's great advice. So, again, not traditional marketing, but it is marketing because it's another touch point. It's another place. And what you can do here when you're in front of somebody is you can elaborate. In a way you cannot do online as good. Yeah. So somebody reads a review, that is it. There is a start and a stop to that review. And if there's a word in there that makes it seem like these are the best fitting jeans for athletic people, right? Well, if somebody doesn't consider themselves an athlete in their mind, then they might just automatically click off of that. But if I'm in person saying like, well, they're great for athletic people, they're great for curvy people, they're great for people that were blessed with, thick thighs.
Yeah, thick.
Yeah. They're great for people who are just entering their fitness journey. This is all stuff that I can say in person that I can't really online. Yeah. So those experiences that well, you get in-person events are great.
Instant feedback is huge. Like when you can get instant feedback if somebody says like, oh, I struggle with jeans. Oh, tell me more about that. And then boom, now you've made a sale, whether they're an athlete, a freaking 100%. Violin player. Rob, can you say that line again, but just elaborate on it just a bit more? The one about the strategy.
What's your motto?
So the objective is how do I get in front of the most people, so the largest group of people, for the least amount of money, so like no money out of pocket is obviously the objective, for the shortest period of time. So it's a networking gathering, really, right, that costs nothing to put on, and I got in front of a shit ton of people where I'm speaking. Mm-hmm. Right? So it didn't cost me anything. I'm in and out in an hour, and here's a bunch of people, and then you want to try to make sure with that you've collected the names of everybody that's there, because none of that means shit if you don't have the contact list of the biggest amount of people.
Beautiful.
Right?
What's up, Noble Nation? You all know that our conference is getting closer by the minute. On April 8th, 2021, we are holding Noble 2020 2.0, presented by Bankers Healthcare Group, to teach you how to get more out of life and business. We've got an amazing lineup of speakers. Gary Vaynerchuk has built a conglomerate media company, $200 million ad agency, co-founder of Vayner Sports and a bunch of other crazy media companies. AJ Vaynerchuk, his brother, is the CEO of Vayner Sports, a new age sports agency. David Meltzer is the co-founder with Warren Moon of Sports One Marketing, a multi-$100 million sports agency. Constance Schwartz-Marini co-founded Smack Entertainment with Michael Strahan and Aaron Andrews. I mean, these are crazy successful people that are going to teach you how they've grown their businesses. And you can get a free ticket, $250 front section ticket. All you have to do is head to empathywines.com and order 12 bottles of delicious wine and use the code NOBLE2020 at checkout, and bam, you get a free ticket. So if you love wine, it's fall, we're headed into delicious red wine season. We got red, rosé, white wine. Order 12 bottles of your favorite wine. Use the code NOBLE2020 at checkout, and you will be sent a free ticket. empathywines.com, NOBLE2020 at checkout. We'll see you there. Next is social media. So a lot of people out there might be surprised that I didn't go social media first. Of course you can. I mean, it's so easy. You pick up your phone, you start posting pictures. But in terms of if you're doing things in an order of operations, social media is like a natural extension to number 4 and 5. which is you have great reviews, you've already gotten feedback from people in person, you've impacted people, you've made some sales in person, whether you're going to trade shows, or networking events, things like that.
Yeah.
Now on social media, you have so much content to post. You have pictures with people that you met at the event, whatever it is. You have all these reviews that you can post. You have, customer service examples. You have the branding from number 2, right? You have all the content that you can put out on social media to make it so that it actually matters. Yeah. You can start posting things day one. But if you're posting about a product that nobody knows and you have no customers, it's not going to be worth it. Yeah. So
it's just a vehicle. I mean, it's literally just a vehicle.
Yep. Last 2. Then I'd go to additional platforms that are more that cost more money. Now you're headed to traditional advertising. So traditional billboards, if you're a local company,
radio, TV.
Billboard, print, TV, radio.
Yep. All of that stuff. Although be very careful about where you're spending your money because it can get very expensive for the eyeballs that you get. So traditional PR and digital. My favorite is PR and digital. PR because if you can somehow get yourself covered in the New York Times or Goop is like the new, it gets Gwyneth Paltrow's like magazine media company, massive. If you can get covered in any of these media publications, like you've just influenced, hundreds of thousands or millions of people for relatively low money.
Yeah.
And then the last one is learn until you can outsource. So if you're a startup, you don't have $20,000 a month to hire an agency to do all of this stuff. I mean, maybe you have funding, but generally the people watching probably don't. So my tip is to learn everything until you can outsource it. Marketing is such an important part of a business. You might not want to. You might be the tactician. You might be the musician. You might be the IT person. You might be the software engineer. You might be the architect. You might be the scientist. But you have to realize that you have a great product and only so many people are going to see it until you learn how to market yourself outside of your circle. So learn how to post a fucking TikTok video. Learn how to post an Instagram video. Yeah. If you're not willing to put in the time to do that and you don't have the money, well then you're the responsibility. You're the responsible party that makes your business not grow. So those are my tips, 1 through 8. You can download those below. Fellas, let's get into some questions.
Rob, we'll split these right up.
Let's do it, Al.
Okay, you want to go every other one? You want to just do 5 and 5?
Let's do every other, and you start with number 1.
Okay, I have $500 a month to spend. That's it. No more, no less. Where should I spend it?
Can I ask a couple of quick follow-up questions?
You may.
Okay. Are you a person comfortable with being on video?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
So first, this costs no money. I would create videos using your cell phone, get some decent lighting like we have here, a ring light or something like that. Make videos every single day.
Okay.
Then I would take the $500 and I would use the budget to boost that content on whatever platform that you're on. So if you're
relevant to my business,
can you tell me what the business is or no?
Yeah. Or I can tell you.
Okay.
It's a it's
Be quiet.
No, it's not be quiet. Shame on you.
Here, so
I don't know what
if
the
you're
business
if you're
is,
a product
honestly.
company,
I'm
it's
not sharp
Instagram.
this morning.
If you're a product based company, you're on Instagram.
It's a I'm a professional cuddler.
Okay, so you're on LinkedIn. You're on LinkedIn, and you're putting videos about empathy, and we're in a dark place, and it's okay, and
That's
that
where
kind
he
of stuff.
likes to cuddle. How did you know?
And you spend that money on boosting your content, running ads. There's a couple software platforms that will help grow your LinkedIn. It will help facilitate getting your videos out there.
So you're saying LinkedIn, regardless of what it is, right? Whether
if you're B2B,
if you're B2B,
yeah.
But what if, okay. So LinkedIn if you're B2B.
Yeah. So the other place I would spend that is because assuming you're not you, because you can edit videos, I would spend the rest on having somebody edit your videos into something that has, the captions on it, the titles, make it a little bit more social media friendly.
Yeah. And what if I'm not comfortable on video?
If you're not comfortable on video.
Petrified, actually.
Petrified of video?
Yeah, I'm not getting on
so
video.
we're doing a proposal actually right now for somebody who is not going to be on video. So everyone out there, Google if you're not aware of who these two companies are, but Now This and The Dodo. It's actually owned by the same parent company, and they do, they take other people's videos about pets or news or whatever, and they combine picture collages into videos, and they put text over the top of it.
Okay.
Really good copywriting. So in that case, I would spend the money on an editor and a copywriter.
That.
Or a cheap mask.
Oh, there you have it.
Or a cheap mask.
To cover your
Yeah,
face.
then he,
John shut that down so fast.
Threw
He was
me,
like, that's not a part of marketing. I'm not putting a fucking mask on.
Unless it's got your
you
logo on
guys.
it.
All right,
next.
so that's it. Next, Rob.
All right, so along those same lines, if you've got a limited budget, is there such a thing as like, look, if you're telling me, Mr. Customer, Mr. Prospect, that you've only got $500, look, I'm going to tell you, like, don't even bother wasting your time spending that on giving somebody money to create, let's say, Instagram picture ads. You're a commercial B2B business, $500, you spending that on hiring Good Monster to create pictures for Instagram. Is that a waste of money? Like, okay, if you've
Yes.
only got X,
Yes.
don't even bother spending it in that.
Yes.
What would the alternative be? Would you revert back to question number one?
So if I'm a commercial B2B business, you said?
Wait,
Yeah, in this case, yeah.
I mean, I would put that money. Yeah, I mean, there's a threshold to a certain extent, right? So, like, if you're a commercial B2B company and if you're spending money on Instagram ads, shut that down right away, because that
Or
doesn't.
maybe not even ads, but just content.
Yeah, stop doing it.
Okay.
It has literally no relevance
Yep.
at all. It's not going
I've got
to.
a client that's doing that.
Yeah, it's not going to get you any
Exactly
business.
that.
Put all that $500 into LinkedIn. Number one, else question.
Got it.
That's the place to go.
Roger that.
All right. Back to the LinkedIn thing. So I see lots of people on advertising on LinkedIn, selling an online course about how to use LinkedIn like a pro to grow your business. Where is a great place to go to learn this instead of paying someone for a class like this? So you're wanting to learn how to leverage LinkedIn to accomplish all these goals, but where's a place to learn this without paying for a course?
So I think LinkedIn offers free courses on LinkedIn. You might have to be a part of Premium or whatever it's called, but they offer tons of free stuff.
Resources.
There's also a little site called YouTube.
I know. But wait, there's more.
Go to YouTube.
If you go to LinkedIn right now in the next 5 minutes, you'll get.
Use the code John's Awesome. Yeah, YouTube.
So
I've literally
YouTube
built
is everything,
I've
man.
built my entire career
I thought you were going to say built my whole house on YouTube.
on YouTube.
On YouTube.
I actually have built a lot of things
Yeah.
from YouTube.
I know.
I put it in a kitchen
I'm
sink
pretty
once
sure
from YouTube.
I built our new desk
Yeah.
stemming from a YouTube video.
Yeah. And you know what's amazing to me is that the way the culture has shifted, there is such an acceptance from self-taught trades now that I will pick the guy that's just I will take a guy who learned his craft from YouTube in his beginning phases and then really became the expert over the years over the guy who's got the 4-year degree, 7-year degree, because it's who gives a shit? Who's the best?
Yeah.
Are you the best? Oh, how did you learn? I don't care how you learned. You're the best.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that there was a culture shift that is now more about
shows the growth and the
how
mistakes
good,
and the-
how good are you versus what your degrees are.
Yeah.
Because your degrees don't mean crap. It's about how good you are.
Absolutely.
I love it. Next question.
Next question. What's a good budget for a part-time freelancer to do work on a monthly basis?
Do you mean what's a good budget to be able to hire a
Yeah.
freelancer?
Yep.
In what area? Just
For
a marketing person?
Yeah, marketing. So you can't hire
Marketing /
full-time
social media.
in-house person. You can't hire a full-time company like a big company. So
Yeah.
if I can't afford to hire Good Monster, and I can't afford to hire my own person internally, so I'm going to go to Fiverr or I don't know. That's probably not a good example, but
Yeah, if you're going global,
Yep.
You're not necessarily hiring somebody in your geographical area. $20 an hour, you could get a rock star. $20 an hour USD. You can find amazing talent in Brazil. If you're in the software, tech, website development, that kind of space, you can go to India and find some really, really great people. But if you're looking for like a Jack or a Jill of all trades who's just going to be in charge of marketing, $20 an hour, you'll find sort of a marketing specialist.
And for anybody who's super interested in that, building a global workforce, go to noblecompany.com and check out the digital workshop that John did specifically on building a global workforce.
Yep, free.
And how do you
It's free.
find when you're doing that? So let's say it's just social media related, right?
Yeah.
How do you know that it's a trustworthy source? Because that you're going to go hire somebody overseas, like you've been able to do it with Good Monster, where you found a couple great key people and then they found other good people, right? Is that how you did it?
Go to Upwork.com. It's the best resource that I can. It's how I grew my team initially. I didn't keep them on Upwork. So Upwork, essentially, you can go find anybody you want. And if you're a freelancer, you want to go and edit people's videos, you can set up an Upwork profile. It's much harder to get business from there than it is to find somebody.
To hire somebody, yep.
Yeah. Supply and demand's heavily on the freelancer supply side.
Mm-hmm.
But Upwork.com manages all of that, all the way through payment. So if you're not sure about this, you're dipping your toe into finding somebody in marketing or anything else for that matter. When you pay them, you actually put it into escrow. They hold your money until the job is done or on a regular basis, like a weekly basis, so that you can approve the work before the money is released. So that's why Upwork is...
That's the clearinghouse.
Risk, It's got some risk protection.
Great.
And then if you can do appeals and things like that if the content's not right or they fucked you over or something like that.
That's tough for me because it's so subjective, right? Like in that space of creation, it's subjective. Like if you got to be careful there and really understand like the work dynamic with creators or with anybody really, because it's like if you ask somebody to design a logo, right, or design some content, and it's like not to your satisfaction, you still need to pay them.
You still pay them.
Like that's not it's not about your opinion.
Right.
You don't pay based on your opinion or whether you like something. You pay based on did they do a good job executing the work.
Yeah.
And some people get dicey with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, creative is subjective for sure. Upwork will not accept an appeal if you're like, I didn't like their work.
Yeah.
They'll be like, well, sorry, they did the work.
Like
though.
the deadline was 2 weeks ago. I still don't have it. Like then that's a different animal.
Yeah.
All right, what's next here? Someone LinkedIn.
You're
what's a
on
good
number
budget? Oh yeah, 5. When is the right time to hire someone, either part-time or full-time? At what point do you make that decision to say like, all right, I need to hire someone?
Here's my favorite progression through this. Number one, you start your business. You learn everything you possibly can until you have a rough understanding of how it works. Because as soon as you freelance somebody out, if you have no idea what you're doing, you have no idea if they're doing a good job or not. So you learn as much as you can. Start making money. Sales is like oxygen. It's your blood. Like you need that to be able to grow your business. So once you do that, once you have revenue coming in, you understand marketing, whether it's billboards or Facebook ads or putting a tweet out or whatever it might be, then you start to freelance some of that stuff out that you understand. And you watch it. You don't micromanage it unless you need to, but you watch it. You watch what the freelancer's doing. Grow a team of freelancers. So once you find a freelancer that is amazing at coming up with content, the type of content that people need to see and want to see today, then you have that person work just on content. Then you hire another freelancer to handle your email marketing or, your graphic design work, right? So
still through something like Upworks?
Yeah. Keep growing that as much as you can. And then you do that until you can hire a point person, a point guard, which is essentially your marketing director. And that's up to your financial resources to whether you freelance out that position or you bring that internally. Do you bring somebody in internally for $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, or less if they're remote? If they're a global team member, but they're essentially managing all the freelancers. So you get yourself to the point where you can hire that sort of full-time person, and then you scale up. I don't think many people watching this are going to be in this boat, but the next level would then be to definitely hire somebody internally to be your marketing leader, chief marketing officer, or at least a director of marketing, somebody who's literally in the company and is managing all the all the marketing needs so that you can then focus on all the executive stuff.
So that kind of leads into the next question, which is that if you can't find somebody locally and you're looking to hire abroad, so let's say we go back to Upworks again. So do you just go in there and post like the jobs? Is it like going to Indeed? I mean, how do you know like
Pretty
where
much.
to start?
You pretty much, I mean, you can go on there. There's a search bar, and you can just search for freelancers if you want, like search like web developer or copywriter or legal analyst or customer service or guitar player. Like literally, you can, search anything that you can do remotely.
And how do you narrow that down to like, okay, this person's going to be a good fit to do what I
Ratings
get
and
done?
reviews.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Same
They're-
thing like a product.
All boils down to what their rating. You look at 99% satisfaction rate. That's somebody who's good.
Okay,
And they've
so
done
that's how
they've done
they-
100 jobs.
They do that, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Word of advice is pay what you can for that person. So don't go cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You will get the work that you pay for.
Right.
If you hire somebody,
Well, because they know their value.
in like Pakistan, right? Because their cost of living is super low, and they're charging lower than everybody else. I don't know if that's the lowest. It just popped into my head, but and you're like, man, it's only $5 an hour. Like I can get this. They're not gonna grab the bull by the horns and run that shit for you.
So if you say, hey, listen, I'm going to give you $12 an hour or $20 an hour, compared to what
no,
their
go
price
find
is?
somebody who that's what they
Right,
charge.
don't
Oh,
find the
I see what
five-
you're
don't
saying.
Don't hire
Yeah.
the $5
I see what you're
an
saying.
hour
So
person.
Yeah.
this isn't about understanding the conversion rates.
No.
It's about like what they've put, the price they put on their product or service.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go
I
go look
gotcha.
at their reviews.
Because that says something about their value of their own work.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Let's see.
Number 7?
Number 7. Thank you for helping me to keep track. If I'm doing this, okay, so if I'm doing everything by myself with my phone, this is like, infancy, day one, startup. It's just me. I can't hire anybody. What's the best use of time, and on what platform should I be posting, and how often? This is similar.
So you're on LinkedIn if you're a business focused, you're a B2B focused, or even B2C to a certain extent. But LinkedIn is your life right now if you're B2B. If you're B2C, still probably on LinkedIn, but then you're looking at TikTok and Instagram. TikTok because it's, yes, the majority is young like teens, 10 to 18-year-olds or whatever. But then there's 20% or 40% is between the age of 20 and 40, right? And that's where the consumers are living. So Instagram and TikTok for a consumer platform. I would pick up my phone. I would film whatever content I'm going to film. We already talked about sort of that earlier, right?
Mhm.
Whatever that is. Use a platform called Veed, V-E-E-D, and you can upload your videos, and that you can add captions. It will actually transcript your voice in the video, and it will add captions. You have to go through and grammar correct and things like that. But that's how you see people putting out videos where there's the captions on the bottom and the title on the top.
V is in Victor?
V-E-E-D. Veed.
Rob's like legit taking notes.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up.
So I would put that on there, take the transcription,
Yeah.
and create a blog post on that, put it on my website, and put it on LinkedIn articles, and then post the video. And then the final thing is I would export the audio using Google it. Whatever. Export the audio and then put that on Anchor, which is a free place to put your audio, which will then kick that out to all the major podcasting platforms. So right there for almost free. You might have to pay for Veed a few dollars. It's not much. I think it's like $10 or something like that a month. But right there, you've just put out video content on whatever platform you really want to. You can put them on all of it, but focused on Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn if you're B2B. Free. Video, podcast, blog posts. So you've put out like
3 major distribution
5
channels.
to 10 pieces of content on all distribution channels for free.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pictures or video?
Video. For the reason I just said. You can't do any of that with a picture.
Send pics. Send nudes.
Send nudes.
How long is too long for video content?
No such thing if it's a good story.
Okay.
Unless you're on a particular platform. Like you literally can't put a video more than 10 minutes on LinkedIn, uploading it directly to LinkedIn.
Right.
You can post a YouTube video that's an hour long on LinkedIn, but
Yeah.
you can't upload it natively if it's longer than 10 minutes, unless you're like one of their big like Gary Vaynerchuk or
he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Richard Branson. They can put an hour-long video up there. So unless it's that restriction, or like TikTok, you can only do 60 seconds. Instagram, IGTV, I think it's 10 minutes.
Oh.
I could be wrong. But unless there's that type of restriction, as long as the story's good, you can go to YouTube and there's hour-long videos that have millions of views because they're just great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
there's some meditation stuff that I listen to that's literally, it's 9 hours long.
Side note about that,
Wow.
They get paid per views, per views of those YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is putting a meditation track up
Yes,
for
I know.
like 3 hours long.
Yes, I know.
And they also get paid on watch time.
I know.
Talk about a fucking genius
I
business.
You should be
thought about-
sleeping 9 hours a night then.
You think, right? God.
All right, last question.
Yeah.
Best way to promote reviews about your service, your company,
Best way is to get other people to promote them for you.
and then put them on the same platforms that you've already laid out. So if you're B2B, get the review, get people to.
Yeah, so if you can go onto Google reviews, Facebook reviews, Yelp, TripAdvisor, if you're a restaurant or a hotel or something like that. I'm trying to think of Amazon, big one. Amazon, Walmart.com for products, all that. Podcast reviews for podcasts. So
Service related.
service related, put them on your website. Because that's, if you're a B2B company or you're a consumer service company, they're going to be visiting your website to learn more about what you do. And if you have 200 5-star reviews and great testimonials, there's a good chance they're going to contact you.
I have a question.
Tie that in with the Google reviews.
Yeah, Google reviews. Yeah.
Yep.
Good call. Yeah.
Good.
I think this is an important question that a lot of people ask.
Fire.
At the beginning phases, right? Limited resources. You're a startup. Do I need a website, or can I just have a Facebook business page?
You need a website.
You feel strongly it's important to need a website.
And you can get I think you can still get a free one through like Wix or Squarespace.
Yeah.
You need a website. Like people will wonder if you're in business if you don't have a website.
Okay.
There's very few industries out there. Government construction companies, that do like highway work and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't really need a website unless you're trying to hire. If you're trying to hire people, you need a website. Contractors, you could probably still get away these days.
B2C.
Yeah.
Like if consumer product, things like that, or services, but like
one of our clients is a flooring contractor, small business here locally. His Google page drives business big time. His Google reviews, his website, people contact him through the website. Yeah. So like you need it. You have to have it.
Because there are companies on Facebook that were built out of Facebook comments. Like, you should do this. Like, you should do that. Oh my God, you should start a company. And that's what inspired them to do so. Their audience is specifically on Facebook. And I've talked to some of these people and helping them get wings, if you will, with some traction. And, they don't have a website or anything because it was birthed, literally Facebook community birthed the business, and that's where their audience is. And the question was like, I'm not going to do a website because like everyone that pays attention to me is on Facebook. So I'm just going to use my Facebook page to leverage it. And we didn't go down a deep rabbit hole because I'm not their consultant and I'm not, these were general conversations, but that was the remark, is that like, I get all my business from Facebook. Why do I need a website?
Here, one sentence reply. What if Facebook shuts down tomorrow? Do you know that they're going through trial right now for antitrust? Oof. So what happens if they get regulated? What happens if they change their algorithm?
You're toast.
Yeah.
Parlay.
We literally just saw this in May when Amazon froze all of their orders from companies.
Oh, that explains a lot. When did that happen?
Why your
May?
shit's on back order.
No, not now. Now it's fine. I mean, I don't know what you ordered, but in May they froze all. They froze all orders. So, like, if I wanted to order a Yeti, Amazon, what's that? Maracas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So any company selling things through Amazon was handcuffed. Like
That's
nothing
crazy.
you could do.
Unbelievable.
Amazon just stopped ordering stuff from them.
Like extra long.
Hence
Q-tips.
why you must maintain control over all of your contact points. Website,
Yeah.
email list,
Yep.
bang.
Yep. Text list these days. Yep. Because if any of the platforms go away, they have major changes. We just saw it in the political arena. They changed most of it was focused on politics of
Yeah.
like warnings and things
all
like
that
that.
shit. Yeah,
But they can make any change that they want effectively. They're not really governed by
Nope.
anybody other than themselves. So
Nice work, John. You dropped some good
Big time
bombs
knowledge
today.
yeah,
Good nuggets.
that's my episode. Next knowledge bombs are coming from the two Utes.
Yotes.
Coming up in the next few episodes.
Good stuff.
If you guys have any questions out there
things.
about marketing, comment below this video, and we'll pop in here and do our best to answer them. And don't forget, we're going to be going live. This episode's coming out in a few. By now, we will already be alternating and doing some lives Tuesday mornings, 10 a.m., and Thursday evenings at 8:30 p.m. We're trying to open up our audience to those that like to consume content in the morning, you business crowds out there. But don't forget, you can still listen to us on any of your favorite podcasting platforms. Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. Also, don't forget, you can download the my tips and tricks about marketing in the description below. That was good.
Good stuff.
That was good.
Good.
Also, don't
Good
forget to
things.
subscribe to our YouTube channel because we go live there and you can earn free shit.
Yeah, subscribe. It's so simple. Just subscribe. You don't even have to ever watch again. Just hit subscribe.
Yeah.
Do it.
And you can win stuff.
Yeah.
Turn
Yeah.
on the bell.
You literally don't even have to watch us. So,
I know.
anyways, until next time, cheers, everyone, to life and business. May you prosper in both.
Guess who's got nothing left?
Empty cup.
Empty cup, Cutri.
Cutri. That's the next newsletter.